In this video, the creator takes us on a trip to the forests of mid-Wales to photograph the Roger Albert Clark Rally with the new Hasselblad X2D II and the 35 to 100mm E lens. It's not just a test of gear, it's a nostalgic return to the world of motorsports, something he spent the first decade of his career documenting before moving on to other subjects. Right from the start, you can sense his excitement about being back in the chaos and charm of rally racing, capturing the speed, sound, and atmosphere through the refined eye of a medium-format digital system. He explains that he's been using this camera and lens setup for most of the year, ever since Hasselblad reached out to him in May to beta test the new equipment before launch. The video isn't just an overview of specs, it's more of a personal field test focused on the camera's autofocus system, something he hadn't fully explored yet. Although the video is sponsored by Hasselblad, he clarifies that the direction, thoughts, and opinions are entirely his own. The goal is simple: to see how well this new system performs in a fast-paced, unpredictable environment like rally racing, where timing and precision are everything. The trip begins with an impromptu drive to Wales after discovering that the rally was happening nearby. The event is a celebration of motorsport history, featuring cars from the 1970s, 80s, and 90s roaring through the Welsh forests. For him, it's a bit of a full-circle moment, returning to where his professional journey began, but with entirely new tools in hand. As he arrives at the town of Caerphilly for the opening ceremony, the anticipation builds. The next morning, he's up before dawn, ready to find a good spot along the course. The rally stages don't leave much room for movement once the action begins, so finding the right vantage point early is crucial. He sets up near a distant S-bend, where he hopes to catch cars sliding through the turns. The first shots focus on experimenting with slow shutter panning, a challenging but rewarding technique where the goal is to move the camera in sync with the speeding car, keeping it sharp while blurring the background. This approach captures a sense of motion and energy that's more expressive than freezing the car mid-frame. He notes how tough it is to get the timing right, especially using an electronic viewfinder that momentarily blacks out while shooting. But when it works, it's magic, the perfect alignment between the driver's movement and his own. As the rally continues, he decides to cross the course and move deeper into the forest for more creative compositions. This shift allows him to frame cars between trees, adding layers and textures to the images. The natural obstacles make things trickier, but they also add a sense of environment that wide-open shots can't match. It's a delicate balance between chaos and control, waiting for that fleeting moment when the car appears perfectly framed between two trunks, and everything just clicks. Despite the cold and long hours, his excitement doesn't fade. He's clearly having a blast rediscovering the thrill of motorsport photography. After the first stage, he returns to the car for a quick recharge, a can of soup and some coffee, a modest reward for the early morning start. The next rally stage begins later in the afternoon, and this time it'll run into the evening. Shooting at dusk brings a new set of challenges, especially for a medium-format camera not typically associated with fast-action photography. But that's what makes it interesting. He decides to stay and see what kind of creative possibilities low light might offer. As the sun dips below the horizon, he realizes that capturing sharp images in such dim conditions will be tough, but the experiment itself is part of the fun. Throughout the day, he uses Hasselblad's Focus app to quickly transfer and edit some of the photos on his phone. Even on the small screen, the results impress him. The combination of the X2D II's autofocus system and the new 35 to 100mm lens proves surprisingly capable of tracking cars in motion. The continuous autofocus and subject tracking modes, new additions to the system, perform better than expected, maintaining focus through complex movements and environments full of visual distractions like trees, dirt, and spectators. The lens's STM motor also contributes to the responsiveness, making it an enjoyable pairing for fast-paced scenes that medium-format shooters rarely attempt. By the end of the day, fatigue sets in, but so does satisfaction. He's managed to produce a strong collection of images, some sharp, some experimental, but all filled with the energy and unpredictability of rally racing. As night falls, he decides to call it a day, feeling content with what he's achieved. For him, this wasn't just a technical exercise. It was a reconnect with the type of storytelling that sparked his career in the first place. Shooting rally cars through swirling dust, fading light, and dense forest brought back the adrenaline and spontaneity that defined his early years behind the camera. Reflecting on the experience, he admits that using a medium-format camera for something as intense as motorsports felt unusual at first. These systems are typically associated with slower, more deliberate photography, portraits, landscapes, studio work. Yet, the X2D II handled the challenge with surprising ease. The autofocus tracked reliably, the images came out crisp, and the color depth and tonal range that Hasselblad is known for added a richness that few action cameras can replicate. He walks away impressed by how this setup bridges the gap between technical precision and creative expression. In the closing moments, he shares his appreciation for how the shoot reignited his enthusiasm for this kind of work. The combination of nostalgia, new technology, and the raw beauty of the rally environment made for a memorable adventure. He teases that a more detailed review video is on the way, where he'll go deeper into the camera's features and performance. But for now, this outing was exactly what he needed, a reminder of why he fell in love with photography in the first place. The video ends on a calm, reflective note, leaving viewers inspired not only by the Gi's capability, but also by the joy of returning to one's creative roots.